Hello and welcome back to Outlast. I was about to say CTR. I was about to get my games mixed up. So, I want to mention before I get to what I was wanting to say. Luna, what is it, baby girl? What are you over there doing meows for? I want to mention before we get started. I wonder if it's too quiet. Uh, I want to mention that I actually got home like an hour ago, and I was going to stream shortly after I get done eating. But I turned the Xbox on, the controller was nearly dead, and I have to use I actually used one of the cords for a stream to charge the controller, and so I was like, I'll charge it real quick. Okay, the audio's good. Um, and I played this weekend when we were without internet to practice it a little bit on my main account. And I played on Nightmare difficulty, which is pretty much insane mode from my understanding. Without the saves. Or with saves, sorry. And I beat it first try, I didn't die. And then I was like, are you serious? And then I decided, you know what? Let's go back to insane mode on my main account and see what happens. I beat it first try. Luna, baby, what is it? Hold on one second. Luna is doing big meows. What is it? Luna, you can't go in my room, baby girl. Oh. She was standing in front of my bedroom door meowing, but she can't go in there. Oh. Sorry about that. I know that was like early on, but things happen. I got 3 cats. Sometimes they want to do things, sometimes they don't. But Luna definitely wanted in my room, and she can't go in my room right now.
Little pig.
But yeah, so there was one thing I did differently from the beginning whenever I played on my main account. I bumped up the brightness, which I did here today.
And who are you then?
I bumped it up by 15. You might be able to tell a difference. You might not. I don't know how well it translates on stream,
Merciful God, you have sent me in a
or if it even changed anything on stream.
Guard your life, son. You
But it allowed me to see a couple areas which helped out a lot with saving battery life. I actually finished the game too with over half of my battery life remaining. At least on the second attempt. I don't remember how much I saved on the first one. And the part where I died, like the farthest part I got in where I died, where the guy just stabbed me in the gut, I found a good save frame to be in. To wait for that. And then the few parts after, I found good places to go to prevent death, pretty much. There was only like 3 other instances where I could really die after the point where we were at. Not counting the final area, because the final area is pretty easy as long as you keep moving. So I think this honestly could be the day. Also, that's why it seems so quiet. My cord wasn't full. My headset wasn't fully charged in to where I could hear everything. That's it. But yeah, there's a few things that were a bit different, and I think I understand a bit better what to do. I just got to make sure that I play smart and not try to rush things. Yeah, there was 3 spots because the twins come back after that one point. I kind of wish we would have practiced earlier because we could have probably beaten it earlier if I would have practiced sooner. But practice is not a thing that I usually do in games. I usually just go. But yeah, I was kind of disappointed whenever. Well, I was excited, but I was also disappointed. I was like, hey, why can't I have done this on stream? Whenever it got to the point where I was like, oh, I just literally beat this twice in a row on pretty much the hardest difficulty. I said pretty much because I'm still not 100% sure if Nightmare is the same, like just as hard as Insane is or not, but with saves. Luna, baby, you can't come in my room, baby girl. I don't know why she wants my room so bad right now. The past few times I went in there, she was right at my door, waiting. And she's just sitting in the hallway right now. She came out whenever I went in there, but then she was just like, nope, I'm going right back. This guy needs to come all the way out. Just gonna walk around here and hope for the best. Didn't say anything, so I think we're good. Also, just know that I am currently not really seeing what I'm doing. So if you're not seeing what I'm doing, don't worry. I was just going as best as I could. As soon as I see that ankle. As soon as I see that ankle, it's time. I believe the breathing tells you how close an enemy is without you having to see them. There we go. Thank you for letting me through. So now I just gotta turn, yep. Pretty heckin' easy. It seems like they have the first chapter down at the moment. I think I have the second one down as well. The part of the third one gives me trouble, like, consistently. But if we can get past it, I think we'll be fine. It'll be pretty heckin' nice if we actually get through this first try today. But I know I'm not eating supper at the normal time, so
I didn't want to have to do this.
I might extend this a bit longer.
But you can't leave. Not yet.
Because I've already eaten.
There's so much yet for you to
I
witness.
might extend this through Crash's stream.
You see it?
It just depends on how I feel if we're not winning.
The Wall Rider tearing his truth into
But if we get this through first try, I'll be blown away.
the only way out of this place is the truth.
Luna, baby, come here.
The gospel.
Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Also, I played a little bit of Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. Because I was like, I really want to finish this. I've had it for a while and I have not beaten the game yet. I went through and finally got to the Elite Four. And I went and caught as much of the Pokemon as I could. I'm only missing Lickitung, Omanyte, Omastar, Dragonite, Mewtwo, Mew, and Melmetal, I think it is. I have the first evolution of that. But I'm almost at the full Pokédex, but I don't have anything in Pokemon Go to, like, catch anything. I haven't seen any Pokestops or anything. I don't play it, like, actually play it either. So, that stops me from getting a lot of Meltan. Dang it, I wish I had the, Melmetal so I could fill out the Pokédex. I was glad I at least got one of them. Maybe I can get it in the future. Who knows? But I'm excited to be able to move all those Pokemon eventually to Sword and Shield, and then hopefully to future games. I would like to do that, but I'm gonna wait to move the Pokemon over whenever the expansions come out and those Pokemon get like legitimately added into the Pokédex. I'm excited about it. I'm ready for it. Ooh. I will say, out of all the games I have on the Switch that I own, I've completed most of them. Or for the most part, completed them. I have not, sadly, completed Breath of the Wild yet, but we will eventually. Odyssey, Mario Odyssey, that is, because we just need to. Actually, no, thinking about it, I actually haven't completed a lot of them. Heck, I haven't completed any of them. I've beaten most of them, though, is what I meant to say. That's more accurate. I've beaten most of them. I was just thinking of, I think I was honestly thinking of my backlog because I saw it recently said that I had completed most of my games. I have completed a good amount of them, at least. I've completed like 200 plus out of my 700 games. Because the beaten, unplayed, and completed are all like 200 something. They're all like relatively close, but I think the majority is completed. Which is nice. Also, I need to add 3 new games on today. So, I said I was going to go out today. We went out and did a few things today. And one of the things we ended up doing is we ended up going back to the game store. And I picked up 3 games. I picked up Killer Instinct on the Super Nintendo, which I've wanted for a while because it's one of various games on Super Nintendo that I don't have or didn't have. So I was like, I'm picking this up. I want to own it physically. And so I got it. I also got Mega Man X, which I've never played, which I think will be a fun stream game at some point in the future. And I got Metroid Prime, which I also think will be a very fun stream game at some point, especially since I want to complete the Metroid series on stream at some point. I think it'll be fun to do, but I don't know when I'm going to get around to it. Mega Man X, though, could probably happen soon since it'll be blind. It'll be nice to play something I haven't ever really played before. Plus, I know some of the music from Mega Man X, and it's real good, and I can't wait to hear it in-game. I know Pimp Gerald will probably be really happy about that, and I'll have to mention that to him next time I see him. Or I could post it in the Discord. I probably will post it in the Discord. Because that just seems like the smart thing to do. I still feel like this is the best way to go about traveling through these events because you can actually see a bit of where you're going. Ooh. Yeah, I'll probably post that in the Discord after we finish streaming. Like, hey, we got 3 new games. Also, I saw Mega Man X3, I think it was, at the store, and it was like $100 and something or $200. It was ridiculous. I was like, jeez. I kind of want it, but that's a lot of money. I've played Mega Man and beaten it, and that's about it in the series. I want to play Mega Man Legends, though. Okay, I can see him. Okay, that's good. Come on. Okay, we're good. I used a little bit too much battery life there, but it's not the worst thing in the world. It's not the end of the world with that. I can make that work. I didn't realize I could actually see him with how bright that was there. That was actually pretty neat, and I'm glad I did catch it when I did. So I could have wasted a lot more of my battery life there. I'll be using it in the sewer, and I'll be using it when we're outside. And there'll be a few other times where I feel like I should use it, and I probably will. Mostly whenever I'm getting, like, legitimately chased, though. It'll be when I actually use it. Also, we're about to hit Chapter 3, and we've only been playing for like 17 minutes. It's not bad at all. There's 8 chapters total. I know Outlast 2 is longer, and I am worried about that one on insane mode, but we'll get to it whenever we get to it. I'll be playing it on my main account, and I might do practice runs of Insane on my alt if I need to. Also, I mentioned that I couldn't tell if it was like darker, or I think I mentioned it. I couldn't tell if it was darker or brighter on with the capture card, but I think it might actually be a little smidge bit brighter, which is not a bad thing. Like, I feel like it's just generally better. Also, 17 minutes and 30 seconds it took us to get to chapter 3, which is not bad. I think, honestly, if we do this in one run, we might actually beat it in less than an hour, which would be insane. Also, when I was trying Nightmare, or I've had this might have been on stream, I ran right by this on accident and nearly got hacked up. He's going to come right down here. We'll do our little crouch walk and we'll hop over the thing. Hey, buddy. I'm surprised that he actually had to physically look directly at me to notice me. Alright, come on, buddy. I know you want me. I didn't actually see the bar there. Like, that one I feel like I've just gotten used to. And he lost me. He never saw me ever again. I wish, honestly. I will say the final chapter, I feel good saying it is easy as long as you don't stop moving. I know you can mess up the jump at the end, but for the most part, that chapter is just very easy if you move. Which is going to be nice, because Chapter 7 has a few, like, tough little tiny spots. Chapters 5 and 6, I think, are the hardest overall. Why you gotta be like this? Why you gotta do this to me? Hop that barrier. I'm just gonna ease on up behind you. Whenever I see him go past the left wall, I'll jump over. Not all the way past it, but like now. Oh. Okay, we're good. I could have probably gone a lot sooner than that, but I thought I'd be safe. Oh yeah, the little part in the sewer right before we get to the big guy, I'm gonna have to use a camera a little bit. I might have to use a camera here too, honestly. Okay. I know I don't need to turn left, but oh. There we go. I'm just gonna do that. That worked out. That's fine. Whew. Let's have a decent amount of battery, which is all I could really ask for. I am curious as to how Outlast 2 will go whenever we play it blind. Like, I know there's achievements for every difficulty, so it'll probably actually slowly go up to insane. But I am curious as to how everything will go. I have heard people say this one's where you can learn like patterns and stuff and figure things out, which is honestly really true. And I've heard Outlast 2 is very trial and error heavy, which does concern me a bit, but hopefully we can learn that. I mean, we probably should be able to, right? Also, hold on. This headset is just falling apart on me. I'm trying to use it, but it just like hangs off the right side of my head. There we go. I got lost in there one day, trying not to use the camera, which was very strange, but it happens. Luna? Baby girl, what you doing up there now? Okay, there we go. That made that a bit easier. Okay. Okay. I was just being quiet there, like focusing on where this was. But oh, that was nice. That was like the best I'd ever done of that. That was beautiful. Maybe not the best, but still it worked. It got me where I needed to go. I do not like this guy at all. Also, it seems like we run slightly faster than the enemies in this, which is nice. That could have been really bad for me. I wonder how far you'll actually follow you. Like, I don't think you would go the full, like, length of the sewer system, but I don't know, honestly. Surprised that actually worked. Also, we're now in chapter 4. I think one of these chapters is super short. It might be 4. Actually, 4 is just the one chase sequence and Traeger. So yeah, it's not that long. Traeger can be a bit tricky, but he's not the worst thing in the world. Hopefully here in a second, whenever we get up to Traeger, I can avoid him in that second part. The second part is where it gets kind of tricky because he just kind of does whatever he feels like doing. He doesn't really follow any like thing like the normal enemies do. At least doesn't seem that way. There we go. Also, as long as I don't have trouble getting up on the bed at the end of the Traeger section, it should be good. But I don't think I've ever really had trouble on that section itself. I don't like that you're like an alarm for these guys. That's just horrible language, sir. How dare you? Let me close this while you just get this in your way. It'd be kind of neat if you could actually put that there and just use this room as a breather. But I don't think that's the way. Like I don't think that would actually work. Is what I'm trying to say. Probably don't need to do this, but I always feel more safer doing this. And that just falls behind. I know the path. Pretty much. Oh gosh. Oh, I went right through the window. Okay. Come on. And then the music kicks up right there. We're good. I will say, even though I've been like, I hope this is the day we beat it, I hope this is the day we beat it, I hope this is the day we beat it. It's not that I don't want to play this anymore. It's that I feel awful making you guys have to sit and watch every single attempt. But I've said before, I'm going to do everything. I want to show everything off on stream for every game. And that counts this too. Or this counts as well.
You're the right choice here, buddy. Hey, you're the bullshit priest's guy, aren't you? As a witness or whatever, you must be exhausted. No, let's take a break, huh, buddy? The old 2-martini lunch? Have a little confab, blah, blah. Heavier than you look. A little cardio wouldn't kill you. Okay, here we go, arms and legs inside the car at all times.
While he does his thing, and while he talks, I'm going to grab me some water. Even though he's not talking right now, he does do a bit of talking. Also, I'll do the thing that we always do for this guy.
You want to head out and take a stroll?
Right before I get up.
Go
Lucky,
ahead,
come here,
I'll wait
baby.
here. Go on, run free. I'm in no hurry. No? All right.
If he will take us into the elevator.
Don't I like that? Okay then, right this way.
Dr. Butt. There we go. Oh. Girl. I patted her hind leg and she was like, "Excuse me, human? Excuse me?" Oh. This guy's over here doing his shaking and his noises.
We're putting that tongue to any use anyway. Truth be told, I was just tired of looking downstairs.
I don't like this section at all.
Here we are then. Thanks so much for coming by. We'll begin your consultation in a moment. It'll just need a second to wash up and, movies. And it'll give us a chance to talk.
If it actually gave you the option to get out here, I feel like that'd be the worst thing in the world to do.
You've been spending with Father Martin. I know. I hope you haven't been letting him confuse you with all this holier than thou Bible thumping. No offense to the man, but I sometimes worry he might just be a little bit crazy.
I worry that about myself sometimes. I might just be a little bit crazy. I mean, look what I'm doing now.
We're on to a more concrete faith now. You have to rob Paul to pay Peter. There's no other way. Murder is the simplest form, but what happens when all the money's gone? Well, money becomes a matter of faith. And that's what I'm here for. To make you believe. pass that on me. There's so much for you to absorb. There. Better, right? Things ain't way cheap here. We made the consumer into the means of production. This thing is gonna sell itself.
Let us out. Hello, Not Found. How are you doing today? I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. We're going for like our 30th or 40th attempt at insane mode. No hiding spots. None of that junk. I actually practiced it on my main account, the one that I've already gotten the achievement on, this past weekend, and pretty much beat it twice. So we'll see how this goes today. Not Game of One challenge. I don't know if I could do that. I don't know if I could do Game of One. That's terrifying. I actually bumped up the brightness a little bit. We're also, I don't know if I mentioned this, we're not reloading batteries, and we're not hiding underneath anything. We're in lockers. We're going for the last 3 achievements in the game. I've done literally everything else in the main game and the DLC. This is all that's left. And I don't have to do this, but I like just closing him in. I don't like that guy screaming at me. Also, because people have asked this before, I have not played Outlast 2. And I don't plan on doing that until October this year. That noise in the background is Luna washing herself. She turns into Thumper from Bambi whenever she washes herself. We'll wait and see which side he comes in on. There he is. I'm gonna run over here and hope for the best. I have had trouble here with him because he seems to do whatever he pleases. But we seem to be good now. I do not like Traeger, but Traeger is actually one of the easier quote-unquote bosses that you face in this. He tends to just be the easiest in general to avoid. I'd also say the Wall Rider is too. Also, in case you're curious about how much battery we've already used, that's how much we've used so far. Not a lot, thankfully. I have had the unfortunate issue trying to get through places without using the night vision and getting stuck. And that's not been fun. I don't understand why I got stuck a few times. So, the part where you're in the sewer and you're about to run into the big guy, and you're having to go through this like little maze in the dark, there's a staircase you have to climb up at one point. I've gotten stuck underneath the staircase before in a falling animation. Oh wait, I was like, where's the door at? I had already forgot for like a split second where it was. Oh. Also, to give you a clue how timing-wise this is, like on how fast or slow we're getting through this, I've been streaming for 35 minutes. And we're almost at the end of chapter 4. I think, actually, the next part will put us at chapter 5. If I'm not mistaken. Either way, we are getting closer. If I can get past the outdoor section, I'm like 99% sure we can just beat the game. That's the fastest I've ever gotten to that one little area because of how dark it is. And I had people actually bring up potentially speedrunning this, and I don't know if they actually would do that. Not saying that they're like, oh, you're amazing at the game, because I clearly am not. But people have like been like, hey, would you try that? Or they've brought it up at least. And I have thought about just speedrunning in general, but I don't know if or when that's actually going to start happening. Or what game exactly it'll be. We'll just have to wait and see. The big guy will be in here soon. And I'll let him come in and we'll just ease on by and close the door on him. I don't know why I just sat there and crouched at the door for a second or two. Don't mind me. Okay, so he still knows exactly where I am. But he no longer knows where I'm at. Which is fantastic. I will say, I'm not afraid to go all the way back through to where the beginning of this was before the button, if the big guy does follow me all the way around. But I don't think he will. I think whenever you pull that switch too, he automatically spawns, or he gets locked to that spot right there. I can't believe I'm doing this. I hope I didn't screw myself over there. Okay, we're good. I rushed at that point and I probably shouldn't have rushed. But we survived and that's all that matters. Chapter 5 might actually be the shortest one. It might be just because of... I think most of Chapter 5 is just outside. And I think Chapter 6 starts right whenever we get back inside. Whenever we jump down in the one part where we can get hit by the big guy, I'll use my night vision and keep it on, most likely. Just trying to get around him. Because there's a section right before we go back inside that's just a little bit spooky. He could easily just take us out relatively quickly and we wouldn't have much, there wouldn't be much we could do if we just leave the light off. So I feel like it might just be safer to go ahead and do that. Come on. Ooh. Try my best not to use up too much of this just yet. Okay. So we're on the ledge. We're good. Okay. Eat. Okay, so I didn't get up there like I wanted to. There we go. I don't want to use too much of the camera here, but oh, actually, doesn't it give us the loading screen like right here? Oh, don't tell me this is like the start of a chapter. That seems like a weird place to start a chapter. Okay. That was actually a lot smoother than I thought it would be. I'll take it. Usually, or the past few times he'd actually chase me down here. And I didn't want that to happen again. I used a lot of battery life right there though, which is not good. But there's only a couple places I really feel like we are going to need it, so hopefully we'll be fine. Okay. I'll go around this, and we should hopefully be good. There's the light. That's all I needed. Was for him to come all the way around there. Just gonna crouch walk all the way over here until he can just go underneath. There we go. Whew. The next section is the fuses, which I think I have down pretty well now. Then there's the, what was it? Come on. I had to look just to the left to see exactly where it was that I needed to go. We have a very good amount of battery life for now, actually. I gotta remember, too, that it's the first door on the right whenever we come back down. But this part is probably the hardest thing left. In all honesty, I need to remember a couple of other things, but I shouldn't have too much trouble, I hope. Okay. So, what we need to do here is just make sure these guys stay in their rooms, which isn't the hardest thing in the world to do. It's like we just do that and we go. And this guy that's up here, we need to actually just get around him and we're good. So we're just going to do this around the door. And then whenever we get to the fuse, we just pick it up and then we continue. Okay, that could have been very bad. That could have just been the end right there. He hasn't hit me before, so I don't know how this is going to go. I will go ahead and do that just in case. I hope he does not come in here, but we'll see what happens. That sounds like he's beating down doors. Which is not what I wanted to hear. But if he does come after us, I can lead him back to that door. Oh geez, he's coming right for me. If he comes back here, that'll be fine. Alright. That's good. That worked out really well, actually. Come on. Let me go. I'm surprised how well that worked out for me in the end. Okay, we have about half, which is not bad. And it should be down here now. Look at that. We got ourselves a key. I like how this guy just tries to come after us, but there's like not really any time for him to chase after us because by the time he gets through, we're already at the door. And now we get to the point where we couldn't make it anymore. We're getting to the point where we just ended every time. I'll wait for him to go by a little bit and then we'll jump across. I always want to jump across this, but I never make it. I don't know if you actually can. I'm sure you probably could. But I've never honestly made it. But thankfully, we're good. Also, I think the next room is the one that I always get, or I always got killed at on stream. Yeah, this is it. Okay, we should be good back here. The guys want to pass by. And we're going to see a shadow go across, and then we can't see it anymore. It's time for us to go. Gotta go to the end of the room, that's right. Here we go. We have to deal with them one more time. And we have to deal with the big guy 2 more times. But the big guy has 2 very simple solutions, and those guys have like a really easy, simple solution as well. Also, I like to think that that guy that pops in just like gets scared to death and he sees all this falling and he's like, nope, I'm out. To be fair, I would too. Or I would be that way. I'd be like, oh heck, no, I'm out. I ain't dealing with this. But we are currently farther than I had ever been, on stream at least, on this difficulty. Which I think is really nice. I'm really happy to be this far in and still be alive. But even if I make it to the end where I said it's pretty easy, that doesn't necessarily mean I'm just gonna win. I have gotten screwed up before and gotten hung on things or fallen off the giant staircase at the end. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Also, that's where the guy was. Okay. Okay, I didn't reload that either, did I? No, I didn't. Okay, good. I had a weird feeling I accidentally did, but I could just be going crazy. There we go. Easy peasy. Also, when I did this on Nightmare, I couldn't find this hole again. I was like, where is it? Did they seal it up while I was down there? How could this be? Where did I come from? Where do I go? Okay. This falls. I almost ran off this before. And that would have been awful to do on Insane Mode. Hi, buddy.
Only one way out. Only one way.
This should be the beginning of a new chapter. I believe it is, at least. Also, this room that we're coming up to is going to be one of the rooms where it's easy to get by the big guy. He's going to come through here in just a second. And I'm going to stand on this side of the couch. He's going to find me, and I'm just going to go close the door. You're not going to kill me. Thank you. So now, there's only 2 really dangerous sections left. I was so scared I wasn't gonna jump. I was like, I'm just dead. But there's just 2 more sections where it could be very easy for us to die. The last one is the one I'm the most scared about. Because I have, like, whenever I was testing it, like, I said I did Nightmare and I did Insane, but I did do like a few sections on easy just because I hadn't played them that often. And one of the sections I actually kept screwing up on was the final section with the big guy that we need to worry about. I kept honestly going through the very last door, but I need to go through the door before the last one because he doesn't care about following my exact path. He'll go to the nearest door to me, which makes sense. But that caused me a bit of a problem on easy. Oh, there it is. It's like, where do we need to go from here? I'm surprised how far we made it this first attempt. This makes me feel really good. But still, that does not necessarily mean we're just done. This could end poorly for me, for all I know. Also, he is like the fastest person in here. You know, he runs so slow down those stairs. I remember whenever we watched that video for the first time. That was a much different time in my life. It feels so weird. So much has changed the past few months. To be honest, like, things have been constantly changing the past few years, and it's been kind of nice. Alright. So, coming up is the next section where we could potentially die. Like I said, any of these sections we can honestly die in. But this one is going to be one of the easier ones to avoid death at. We just wait here. And once we see him go by, we can start slowly easing our way out of the room. They don't chase us, I believe. But if we get near them, they're just like, oh, you're dead. Also, it's so weird to see him right there already, because I thought both of them were in the room. Both of them might not even be in the room. I might just be imagining things. Oh. Okay, I didn't realize this section was immediately next. I forgot that it was this soon. But here we are. So, this next part should be the last time we have to really run from anyone. That always scares me because I always feel like I'm just going to fall off. I'm really curious as to how this ties into Outlast 2 because I know people have said there's like a couple things, but that's about it. But it's still tied to the Murkoff Corporation. Murkoff? Something like that. I can't remember off the top of my head now.
Am I ready? You are. We will join the Wall Rider in just a moment. My Job, you alone shall escape Betelva. This is your penultimate act of witness. The promise of the prophets was always freedom from death. And here it is. You will watch and record my death, my resurrection. And together we will be free. You are no longer in any danger. I fixed the elevator. It will take you to freedom. We will all of us be free. Now, my son.
I can't believe he does this. New objective. The elevator will take you to the main exit. It is time for us to go to the final chapter. Also, we got to the final chapter in an hour, which is not bad. This is what it was. I kept going through that door on easy, but I found out that this is the door I need to go to. I'll go around here. That always happens. He always goes around to that side for some reason whenever I start to go around. Like, I guess I don't wait long enough. But it's fine. We needed to go around him because he was at the actual exit that we needed to go to. Because where we need to go is over here and up there. Also, I wonder, did he block that door off so we couldn't go through that door? Did he honestly do that to block us in? Because if so, it's kind of smart. But here we go. The final chapter, it's time. Hi Lisa, how are you doing today? I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. And on our first attempt, we made it to the final chapter. This is our first attempt of the day. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. This elevator ride's so long. It's actually going to hit an hour as we just hit an hour, and as soon as we open this door, it's going to do the loading thing. Yeah. Just wanted to check in. This really late, so you'll probably fall asleep to the stream. Alright. If you do, I hope you have a wonderful sleep, and just know it might actually be over soon if we don't die. Because we don't have anything left in this game after this. You had a good day? What about me? I had a pretty good day. I went out for a bit, and I ended up buying a couple of older games. I got Metroid Prime, which will be fun to stream one day. Killer Instinct, which is something I've wanted for a while just because Rare made it. And, well, I played it before, and I do enjoy it, but, like, I wanted a physical copy for the Super Nintendo just because. And I got Mega Man X, which will be fun to stream blind one day. I don't know when that'll happen, but I will stream it blind at some point. So it's been a good day. It's been pretty good. I'm very hopeful, though, that I don't heck this up, because one mistake will end it, because I believe the Wall Rider will one-shot me. I am so surprised at the fact that I've made it here 3 times in a row on the hardest difficulty. Or pretty much the hardest difficulty 3 times now.
I am supposed to be dead. No such luck. I am older than sin, but somehow the only one left. Because of Billy. He takes care of me. He may think I'm his father. He certainly loves me, poor idiot. You know what this symbol represents? Thoughts of a nanohazard. Microscopic machines. Technology we have had for decades but never mastered. Murkoff discovered in my research a workaround. Turning the cells in the human body into nanofactories. It's the natural function of cells to produce molecules, but through psychosomatic direction, we engineered the precise molecules necessary. Mind over body. It was foolish and wrong to say we could control it. To use madmen to make something so strong. You have to stop him to murder Billy. Turn off his life support, his anesthesia. You have to undo what I've done. No one can get out of this place while he lives. You must kill him.
Thank you for letting me out. And I will take him down. It's time. We're going to the final little bit of the game. Oh wait, I went the wrong way. I went the heckin' wrong way. I needed to go down this way, I believe. And I believe once we get down here, we're going to see the Wall Rider. So I need to actually go to the right side. Yep. Thankfully, he allows us to go through without too much issue, and I've always found it easier to go through here without getting hurt. So I do tend to go that path, even if it's a little bit further. From this point on, though, as long as we keep running, and we don't mess up one jump, we've beaten the game. So, let's finish this. I'm super heckin' excited. Here we are. Literally the final section. In one try today. I'm gonna laugh if I actually die at the final part. I might cry a little bit too. Not on stream, it'll be after stream. I'm kidding, but still. I'd be really sad if we didn't make it. I'm just gonna, yeah, I just wanted to test that. There's one of these we couldn't jump over, and I wanted to make sure this was the one that we could jump over. So, it seems like, overall, it takes me an hour and 10 minutes to beat this. This is a very short game. I know it's said that you can beat this in like 90 minutes to 2 hours your first time through, but it is nice to know that on the hardest difficulty, it's easy to beat it in like roughly an hour. I bet you can beat it in less time than an hour, I just don't know how to. Like, without glitching. I know with glitches you can beat this in like 7 minutes, if not less. Which is awesome, honestly, but I don't know if I could ever figure all that stuff out. Thank you for squeezing by that really quickly. I really appreciate it. Alright. If we make this jump up here twice, then we've beaten the game. The Wall Rider can and will kill you in one shot. So you do have to be very careful. Come on. I'm just gonna do that, because we don't need to worry about the night vision anymore. Alright, we're safe for a second. We're safe until we go back through the gate, I believe. We're safe until we jump again. Here we go. Come on. I just wanted to make sure I was definitely safe through that. Also, here we go. Thank you for catching me. Alright. We're good. The only way I'm gonna fail now is if I don't hit the button in time. Let's go. Just gotta put my hand on it. That's it. We did it. We heckin' beat it. This makes me so happy. I'm so happy. But we're not done with Outlast yet, or the series yet. We still have Outlast 2. Actually, I want to check something real quick. After we get the credit sequence. New objective, get out. If I know there's a demo for Outlast, and I've heard that it does things a tiny bit differently. If it's still on the store, I might actually just download the demo real quick and show off the demo. Like, it's still the exact same stuff, but it's structured in a different way, and I'm curious about it. I forgot to look it up earlier. I can't believe it. All the achievements are ours. And it took an hour and 10 minutes. Still counting, but it just hit an hour and 10 minutes. So just in general, this is a short stream, so if I actually could find that, I would download it. I have the Outlast 2 demo, and I'm actually going to play it before we actually play Outlast 2. As like a little precursor thing, because I don't know if it's actually the same content or not, but it does jump around a lot in the demo. Because I have played it at least.
You have become the host. Jesus, God, what is that thing?
We heckin' did it. Where's my achievement, Pops? I'm waiting for the achievement, Pops. There's one. Lunatic. Finish the game in insane mode. There's another one. Energizer. Finish the game in insane mode without reloading camera batteries. And wait a gosh dang heckin' second. One of them didn't pause, but we did. Or one of them didn't pop, but we didn't. Oh, it didn't show up popping. Claustrophobe is there, but it didn't pop up. Which happens sometimes. That scared me. That I was like, oh no. I gotta say though, I really enjoyed Outlast. I'm glad I did it, even if it was a bit stressful there at the end. Like, everything else in this game was actually relatively straightforward and it felt really good. But the insane mode on this mode, or on the main game in particular, was so rough on me. I'm just glad we actually finally did it. But in October, on the first Wednesday in October, we'll start up Outlast 2. But next week, we're going to continue Ukulele. I think we did one stream of that, maybe two, before October started. Because I'm a heck and I didn't even think about it. I was just like, I'm going straight in. But that's our last Spooktober game, I think. Because Monday's Game On. Tuesday is Final Fantasy VIII. Wednesday will be Ukulele. Yeah, that's our last one. Because we never did start one on Thursday because I, for whatever reason, didn't stream a single Thursday in October. This is really nice. I already have October's stuff planned out. Which might sound the same, but I had it actually planned out last year. Like, while we were doing that current, like that October stuff, I was like, I'm going to do this, 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 and this. But I'll go ahead and say what's going to happen. Since we're done with all October stuff until, well, October, all Spooktober stuff. Mondays in October will be Luigi's Mansion or Little Nightmares. Tuesdays will be the other game. I don't know exactly which way we're going to do those. But we'll do one of those two. It just depends on what day comes first and what I'm feeling that day. Or Wednesday will be Outlast 2. Thursday should be Dead Space. It'll either be Dead Space 2 or Bioshock. Actually, you know what? I'll do Dead Space 2 or Dead Space Insurgents and then 2, because we need to get Insurgents as well. But Bioshock will take over Fridays after we beat the final Fear game this year, which I'm really excited for. Let's go to the store real quick. Results for Outlast. More in store. Is there an Outlast demo? I thought there was demos. There are no demos. They must have taken it off. But we do have the demo for Outlast 2. But I want to say thank you all for stopping by, lurking and chatting. I hope y'all have a wonderful day, a wonderful night. Lisa, I hope you get a wonderful sleep. and I will see you all back very soon. I'll be back in a few hours for Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. Goodbye, everybody. I love you all.